if you hadn't have told me that that was your Facebook name, then I would have never have known. And she was like, yeah, I get that, but I just don't want these people like trolling me and gifting me. And I was like, fine, like, let's go over to your live. But before all of that, she also told me to change my background, to turn my comments off. It was,
Sorry, can I just respond to one of the comments I've just seen go up?
Yeah.
Like, Callum, there is absolutely nothing wrong with setting boundaries. I do it. I'm 43, and it's only taken me to the age of about 40 to learn how to set boundaries. I'm very much a people pleaser. I try to be everything to everyone. And I realised that, especially now I'm disabled myself, I cannot do it all. So I've got to realise my limitations. But with Annette, it's becoming more like a dictatorship. She's not setting boundaries so much. She's actually being so forceful with it. It's becoming a dictatorship. So yeah. She can set boundaries all she wants, but there is a fine line between doing that and just coming across as arrogant and just completely overbearingly rude. That's my point. Done.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, you can, like you said, you can set boundaries, and you can say, like, when the Lunar Tuna thing came up with Zach, all she had to say was, look, Zach, I know you think it's funny, but can you stop calling me that, please? Because I actually don't enjoy it. And then that should have been it. But she was like, no, I don't like it. It was started by this person, blah, 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 blah. No stutter.
Well, you know, I mean, my son, I don't know if you saw my comment. My son, he's actually got to have a big operation in the morning. So my son went deaf when he was 7 months old.
Right.
He had really bad chicken pox, and it left him deaf.
Oh my God.
So tomorrow, he's 13 now, and so he's grown up with a huge speech and language delay. He thinks like a 9-year-old at this point. Mm-hmm. So we've got, yet again, I think tomorrow's operation number 14 on his ears.
Oh my gosh.
He had a really bad stammer, for what they call a developmental stammer, for about 6 years. Mm-hmm. So that kind of thing really triggered me last night, because I'm like, hang on a minute, you know, you really are taking the mick out of people that genuinely have a stutter, or have had, or they know somebody that has. Like with the ME thing and the cancer thing. Now, I've actually been on chemotherapy myself, not for cancer, but one of the I've got 3 types of arthritis.
Oh, wow.
So I've kind of got 3 chronic illnesses all fighting against me at the moment.
Yeah.
And they all cause fatigue. So I haven't got ME per se, but I have been on chemotherapy for one of the types of arthritis, and it is the worst medication. It really is the worst medication. It's worse than the actual disease, to be fair.
Yes, I 100% agree. I'm a cancer survivor myself.
Oh, I didn't realise. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll be 2 years in remission next January. But chemo ruins you. Like, there are so many different side effects to chemo. I'm now left with permanent tinnitus. I still have brain fog. I am tired all of the time. I pass out if I do like strenuous exercise. Like, it's fucking awful.
I can completely agree. The chemo absolutely wrecked my hair. It wrecked my teeth.
Yeah.
So I'm having like fake teeth put in now. You know, constant fatigue. But I'm also a single mum to 3 teenagers. I've just finished 2 years of college. I'm now a trained teaching assistant, so I work 20 hours a week with children, and I started last week a 4-year degree.
Wow.
You can get out there with chronic illnesses. Now, I don't want to compare myself to Annette, because her situation is completely different. Obviously, everyone's case is unique. But I could sit on TikTok all day if I wanted to, you know, begging for gifts, but I choose not to. I choose to try and get out there, and whilst it's my legs that don't work, you know, they've said that within 10 years I could be in a wheelchair.
Wow.
That's hard to hear. That's really hard to hear, because I'm only 43.
Yeah.
However, I cannot change the situation. So the best I can do at this point is just to make the best of what I've got. I mean, I work with year 5, so my pupils are 9 and 10, and they call me Miss Wonky Donkey. Which, you know, some days I can sort of, you know, I laugh at it, and some days I get in the car, I think, bloody hell.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is quite funny. So they call me Miss Wonky Donkey because I can't walk straight, even with crutches, you know. But I get in the car and I go, do you know what? Today absolutely shattered me into physically, mentally. It's absolutely drained me. But then I can go home and go, do you know what? While I've still got, my brain still works, my mouth very obviously still works. I'm going to make the best of what I've got, and what will be will be. It's not a great situation to be in. 43 is still relatively a young age.
It is.
My legs have now got a 10-year shelf life before they're completely useless. So, you know, just have to make the best of it. And, you know, like I said, I've just started a 4-year degree. So, you know, I'll just absolutely, and this is what I'm saying about Annette. So her situation's unique, but you can get off the sofa, you can go out to work, you can do things and not just sit moaning and bitching on TikTok all the time. And just, you know, anyone who asks genuine questions like I did the other day, I just asked how much her bears cost because she was talking about them. And she absolutely put me on blast in front of everyone and then muted me. I thought, what the hell was all that about? I was genuinely curious. So my opinion of her at this point is not amazing.
Yeah, so I think with the bear question, although you meant it in a completely harmless way, she's looked at that and thought, oh, another person wondering how much I earn and how I can afford these bears, blah, 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 blah. She like preempts the bullying. She preempts it. And it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Just hear the people out. Listen to their questions. I listen to people's questions, whether they're nice questions or horrible questions. The amount of people that I've had come into my life and I've caught the comments and they're like, oh, you're bullying, this is a hate campaign, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit. Like, I literally don't give a shit that you think it's a hate campaign. It's not. We're just talking about what happened on her live last night. I haven't called her anything. I haven't said any nasty stuff about her. I'm literally just talking about what's happened and letting people have their say about her.
Well, this is the thing. As far as I'm still aware, this country still just about has the power of free speech. As long as you are not deliberately going out there to hurt somebody, people are entitled to their opinions and they're entitled to the right to exercise those opinions. Again, as long as they are not deliberately hurtful, you can open up debates. Absolutely. But I on the flip side, though, to be fair to Annette, I do appreciate she does get a lot of trolling. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So she has to put those barriers up. I completely get it. I do a couple of lives here and there. I don't ever ask for gifts. I mean, I'm very grateful for anything I do get, but I don't say heart me's, clicks, likes. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I just go on because if I'm having a really bad day, I'll go on, and I've got a very small community of people that will come in and sort of try and cheer me up and whatnot. And I'm very grateful for that. I do get a load of people coming in going, oh my God, you're so fat, you're so ugly. I'm like, well, okay, well, you're entitled to your opinion. There are plenty here that don't agree, but thank you for your opinion anyway. And then off they trot. They've said their piece, and then off they go. You know, if you put yourself out in a public forum, you have to be prepared that there are going to be people that, personality-wise, they don't match your energy, and they will make comments, like keyboard warriors. There will be this. So I understand that she's got to put those barriers up, but people that are genuinely don't know her and just following her for the first time, and she's gunning for them for asking very innocent questions, then they're going to turn on her and she's wondering why. Well, that's why.
Exactly. Just let people speak. Let them get out what they need to get out, and then they go. I find that if I ignore the comments that I get about me bullying, they just go. They don't stick around.
I mean, I'm quite, as you can probably tell, I'm quite feisty and I'm quite sassy.
Yeah.
I never used to be until I turned about 40 in lockdown. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to, say it as it is. As long as I'm not, overstepping the mark and hurting people, which I never intend to do. Sometimes people can take me the wrong way because I'm a bit like you can hear how I am. I'm very opinionated.
Yeah.
But I try and see things from both sides. So I had someone the other day come into my live, and it was, oh my God, you're this, you're that. And I've got no filter, and just without thinking, I just said, well, it's a real shame that your mum didn't swallow that night. I went, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I thought I really shouldn't have said that, especially because I work with children, but sometimes you just can't help but give it back.
Exactly. I work with children as well. I'm an SEN HLTA.
Oh my! Oh! You're a senior rank. Oh, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Yeah, I work with non-verbal. Well, I work in a mainstream school at the moment. They've employed me because I'm SEN trained. They've got a boy who is non-verbal and has random outbursts, but is overstimulated by all the colours and everything because it is a mainstream school. So I have to deal with that, and he punches and he kicks and he pinches and he bites, and then I've got a year 6 girl who has got global delay disorder.
That's what my son's got, yeah.
Oh, really? So she can't talk properly, and she's not very tall for her. I mean, I'm not very tall for my age. I'm only 4'11", but she's 10 and she's really small. And the other kids can't believe that she's in year 6 and all of this. But it's because the council in my area aren't helping. I mean, the parent of the year 6 girl, she went to the Houses of Parliament, and it's now with the Ombudsman to try and get this child into a special needs school. Sorry, that was completely off topic, but yeah.
Oh no, it's just obviously I'm in that industry, so that was fascinating for me. But
yeah, it's ridiculous. But I think you have to be feisty, and I think you have to be a little bit crazy to work in a school.
You don't do it for the money.
You don't do it for the
There
money.
is no money.
No.
So I don't know which area you're from, but I'm from West Sussex, and that is actually factually the lowest paid region of the entire country for education.
Is it really?
It absolutely. So the TA that I was working, so I've just finished 2 years of studying like level 2 and level 3 TA. Yeah. So I'm now an officially level 3 qualified TA. I'm doing level 4 to 7 now at university.
Fantastic.
To become a pastoral care leader.
Oh,
So child mental health, but based in schools.
yeah.
So the TA that I was working with, she left at the end of the last school year. So they advertised her job, but unfortunately it fell on a day where I go to university, so I couldn't apply for it. But a 36-hour week, I'll let you guess. How much do you think that the LEA were offering her job up for 36 hours a week, 5 days a week?
Okay, so here, where I am, it would be anywhere between 19 to 21k a year. So if you're the lowest paid, I would say 17k.
15.
Shut up.
15.2 or 15.3, I believe it was.
That is actually shocking.
And that's for a qualified TA for a 36-hour week in this area. They're putting it on for 15.3, something like that.
That is actually shocking. You know, in London, right, because I went on Indeed because I was looking for jobs the other week. On Indeed, I haven't prepped my face. Sorry. Wondering why my foundation isn't going on nicely, and it's because I haven't prepped my face. Yeah, in London, you can get £35 an hour for working as a TA.
Is that agency or is that actual?
That was an agency, but then it's roughly the same when you get employed by the school. So I'm agency at the moment. I'm on £90 an hour. An hour, Jesus Christ. I'm on £90 a day.
I was going to say, where do you live? I'm coming.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's absolutely mental. Anyway, back to Annette.
Yes.
No, my brain's gone.
What really can you say at this point? It's just how much more is she willing, or how much lower is she willing to stoop?
I mean,
all these medical conditions that are now, and not who am I really to judge, or who are any of us really to judge? But these are things that have just suddenly cropped up that have not been in existence. I've been watching her on and off now for about 3 or 4 months, and I've never seen this stutter before. And she says she only has it when she's angry. I've seen her angry.
So I saw a tiny bit of a stutter the other week. This was before she started crying and saying that she was going off, right? And she said that she gets a stutter when she is anxious. Now, I did a little bit of research into stuttering because I don't do speech and language at school. Like, that's not my remit. But I did a little bit of research, and it actually says that anxiety doesn't cause a stutter, but if you have a stutter, then your anxiety will make it worse.
That is true. Yeah.
So I dated a guy with a stutter, right? And he would stutter like just normally talking. But then when I made him nervous, which I did on purpose because it was funny, when he got nervous, it would really, really come out. And it was so cute. I loved it. I actually loved it. But yeah, it's just come on, and I don't know if it is for the attention, or I just don't know why you do it.
Well, this is the thing. Obviously, if she genuinely does have that stutter, and it genuinely did come out last night because she was so stressed, then I'm not. I'm feisty, but I'm not hard-hearted. Then I genuinely will feel bad that I dared to question it. But it's the fact that I've seen her way angry before, and there was not even a hint of a stutter at that point. So it's kind of, why now?
Because she wanted to get on the dailies.
Oh, well, I'm new to TikTok, so I don't understand how all that works.
I don't understand any of that either.
What I will say is I've been following their kind of, I think it's called Zuna, sort of her relationship with Zach DeBrat.
Mm-hmm.
And I just find those two, when they're on live and when they're singing Xanadu, that kind of thing, that actually warms my heart. Just seeing her laughing, seeing her smiling, when she does the quacking, it just absolutely, I'm howling when she's quacking.
Yeah.
That's the Annette we want to see, not this constant moaning and victim mentality and bitching and just angry at people all the time.
Exactly.
I'm ill, but I choose to go to university. I choose to get out there. I choose to make the best of the dog-eared cards that fate has dealt me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I could sit and wallow on my sofa all day and choose to play the victim, but I choose not to. I choose to make the best of what I've got while my legs are still relatively walking okay. I'll make the best of them until I really cannot anymore. Last night I went to musical bingo with a friend of mine. We were just, I don't drink because of the chemo that I was taking. But we just went to the pub, myself and a friend. She's a teaching assistant as well. They played sort of ABBA songs, and we were just sat there, like, at the top of our voices, just belting out Dancing Queen, having a brilliant time.
I love that.
It's like, I'm sure we annoyed everyone around us, but, and then we started blasting out the Spice Girls, and we were just having a great time. I thought, you don't need to sit on TikTok bitching for gifts. Go out, see friends. I know she does go out. I've seen various clips of her going out on her little putt-putt. I call my mobility scooters the putt-putts. So she can go out and she can have fun, and she can, without all this victim mentality, without all this bitching, just lighten up. You don't have to be so serious all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And you're absolutely right. I was on here yesterday and I was saying about how I love it when Zach makes her laugh, because we get to see like a really nice side of Annette, the side that, has forgotten all of her mental health issues, all of her like physical health issues, and she's just genuine. Like, that is the most genuine Annette that we see, and I absolutely love it. And I do know that Zach isn't her biggest fan. He does enjoy the banter with her, and I totally get that, but I don't like you listen to Zach when he's not on live with Annette, and you know he says like what he's really thinking. So he is, I don't want to say he's playing with Annette, but like he does change. Do you know what I mean?
I have seen him. I caught one of his breakfast shows the other day, and I thought, oh, okay, so this is the other side to you. But I cannot deny, and I just want to pick up on Layla's comment. Not everyone on this app has a disability. I personally have 3. If you'd like to message me privately, I'll be happy to disclose what they are, and you can look into them. She was just saying that everyone on the app has a disability, blah, blah, and she's sick of seeing it. Well, I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it is. I wasn't gonna let that go. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
So, but I have to say, so yes, I've seen Zach with Annette. I've seen Zach on his own. Zach, I love Zach, but he's got 2 different sides to him when it comes to her. But what I will say is when he's on live with her, he's very cheeky. Sometimes he's a bit provocative. He wants a reaction out of her.
Yeah.
And he gets one. He does get one, to be fair. But the partnership between them is just, he brings out the best in her.
He absolutely does.
It's like sweet and sour. God knows why it works together, but it does. And that's what I personally want to see more of, is him bringing out the best of her. Or it doesn't have to be him, just someone. Because when she's on her own, she just, I don't know, she just seems to go into this pit of despair. She doesn't need to.
No, she doesn't. Because
I'm sure she's, sorry, lovely, I'm sure she's a really, away from TikTok, away from all this media, away from all of this smokescreen, I'm sure she's a really lovely lady. But she's putting so many things, so many guards up, and so much BS in front of her now that we can't get to the real her. You know, and that's what she wants. She wants people to see her and accept her for who she is. Well, we don't know who she is, because one day she's happy, and one day she's sad, and one day she's this, and one day she's got this, and one day she's got that. It's like, who even are you?
It's so true. And I think that if she was just herself, then, you know, she would get all the attention and all the likes, etc., because she's an interesting person.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's getting all the wrong attention because she's creating the wrong attention for herself.
But as an HLTA and myself as a TA, you know that any attention, even negative attention, is still attention.
Exactly. And behaviour is communication. And her behaviour is telling us something. She is lonely. She does need friends. She needs someone to ground her. I don't think she's grounded.
That's really sad to, yeah. It's so sad because, you know, she has, that was going to come out wrong. I was going to say she has the potential to be a really lovely person. She is, I'm sure she is a lovely person. But I think what needs to happen is she needs to take just some time away, not leave the app completely, but just take some time to go back. I think she's due to move house very soon, which is stressful enough. Despite dealing with chronic illness, that's stressful enough.
It is.
Take some time off, reevaluate your priorities. Her priority at this point, I think, must be her move and her health. And I believe her parents are still alive.
They are, yeah.
Her pets, and then social media will still be, it will always be here for her as and when she needs it. Oh, thank you for the horseshoe, Emma, thank you. Or I think that was her. But yeah, so the social media is not the be all and end all. I went through a period years ago when my ex-husband walked out on me and I was left with 3 children under the age of 7, plus I was caring for my mum, she's now passed away. I had a full-time job with the NHS at that point. I was so, obviously my youngest son being deaf with special needs, I was completely overwhelmed. And I got to a point where social media was my escape, but it became the be all and end all, to the point where I was not necessarily neglecting everyone and everything, but instead of doing my housework, I'm like, oh, I'll just go on social media because my friends are there. To be honest, they weren't friends. If that makes sense. They weren't friends. They were just people that would absolutely pick me up when I felt I needed a pick-me-up. But away from the app, once I logged off and once I shut my phone down for the night, it was back to me. It was just me again, just being lonely again.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was spend a lot of time thinking about who I was, where I want to be in life, what is it truly that makes me happy away from social media, and go and pursue those interests. And my interests were working with children. They always have been. So that is why I decided to retrain. Obviously, I fell ill during the pandemic and became disabled. So I now have to reevaluate that again and reevaluate what I can do with... I mean, I used to love dancing. My passion was dancing. I can no longer dance. I can barely walk in a straight line now. So with my crutches, I look like I'm drunk, to be honest. So I've got to reevaluate again and find another passion that I can do within the parameters that my body will now allow me to do.
Yeah.
And that does not involve social media. I'll come on, like now, when my son's asleep. You know, I don't want to watch TV because, quite frankly, I don't really care for TV much. And I thought I'll come on and I'll meet people and I'll talk to people and have a reasonable debate and a conversation with people. And here we are. But once this is done, I will switch off. I will go and put some music on, something that makes me happy. And then I'm going out this afternoon to see friends before the operation tomorrow morning. So because I know I'm stressed. Lord knows how my son's feeling about it, but I'm stressed. But I know that social media is not going to alleviate that stress. In some ways, it might increase it. So I'll just log off, do what makes me happy, see my friends, and then there we are. And I think she definitely needs to not take a leaf out of my book, but she definitely needs time away just to find out what makes her happy off the app. Because if she's not happy in that respect, she'll never be happy on the app. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I come on here, I do my little thing, usually when I'm getting ready to go out, which is exactly what I'm doing now. And I'm going food shopping with my mum, and then I'm going out for Sunday lunch with my partner and my mum. And then I'll come back, I'll just chill with my partner, we'll watch some House, because we're watching House at the moment. And yeah, that'll probably be it for me. I'm not on here all the time. I used to be on here all the time when I didn't have a job, because, you know, I had nothing else to do. But I'm working now, and during the week I'm absolutely knackered. So it's easier. Like, this is just a distraction. So I am diagnosed ADD with ADHD traits, right? Mm-hmm. And I need like a body double. So if I'm doing the washing up, I will put TikTok on, because I need someone to be there whilst I'm doing the washing up. Same with my makeup. I need someone there whilst I'm doing my makeup. It's just that interaction to get me motivated, really. And you know, that's what I need, and it helps. But I think when you make TikTok your whole life, it can be quite damaging if you haven't got the thick skin, if you haven't got what you need to be a TikTok creator. I mean, look at Zach DeBrat, really thick skin. Evil Queen, really thick skin. Miss Red, really thick skin. You know, they don't care.
I aspire to be that, to be honest. I mean, I'm not a TikTok creator. To be honest, mine is a K-pop account. I'm very into Korean pop, which I had so I lost my daughter last year. She was 14.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Jesus.
So no, sorry, I must be clear. She's not passed away. Her father, she went to visit her father for the weekend, and he took her.
Oh,
Yeah, he just took her. I don't know where she is. So she just went for the weekend, and she was 14, and now she's 16, and I don't know where she is.
isn't
So
isn't that considered kidnap? Isn't there anything
Yes.
that can be done?
apparently not, because he is on her birth certificate. He is the father. So I clearly wasn't expecting that. 3 children, teenagers, went for the weekend, and only 2 came home. And because I wasn't expecting that, I had a severe. Well, the doctor said it was severe shock and PTSD. I just went into full mental shutdown last year, and nobody could get through to me. My family, my friends, my children, nobody could seem to penetrate that. And I was just in such a black space. And the only thing that really started to pull me out, I'd heard about 20 seconds of a song on TV, didn't know what it was. It wasn't even in English. And I thought, actually, something resonated with me with that song. I thought, I really liked that. Just for that 20 seconds, it made me feel better. So I thought, I've got to find out what this song is, who this band are. And it turned out to be a Korean pop band. So I'm very sort of invested into the K-pop way of life now.
I love that.
Kind of Gangnam style. But so I started this as a K-pop account. And then I thought, university asked me if I had any experience with live streaming, because a lot of our presentations need to be done over Zoom and Microsoft Teams. And I said, well, I don't have a lot of experience with live streaming. I said, however, I do have a platform that's got over 1,000 followers. So I could go live. So I've started going live on this account, which is a K-pop account, which confuses a lot of people, because why are you only reposting things of Asian men? It's a bit worrying. Like, you need to go back and read my bio. It does state that. So I'm not a creator as such. I just repost K-pop stuff. But I do occasionally, like today, I do occasionally wander into lives and go, hello, I'm here. And people either love that or they don't. I don't have time to worry about whether I'm liked or not. But yeah, someone in the comments did say, so Annette does make this big thing about saying TikTok is her job. And if she genuinely cannot get out, then absolutely, she's not, in my view, she's not necessarily harming anyone by doing it. We're not trolling, we're having a debate, actually. I suggest you go and educate yourself on that word. Oh my goodness. Oh, the feisty in me. It's because I've had a Costa.
Love that.
A Costa before 10 a.m. is never a good idea with me. So, and as you know, working with children, you've got to be on your guard at all times.
Yes, and you have to be caffeinated. You really do.
Oh, you have to. So just off topic, I had one of my year 5s the other day, came to me and said, oh, Miss Wonky Donkey, can I tell you a joke? And when you think, mentally you think, no, go away.
Yeah.
You can't obviously let your face show it, and you definitely can't let them know that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, of course you can. He just looked at me, just stood back, folded his arms, very dramatic. He just went, you, and ran off.
Oh.
I've just been roasted by a 9-year-old. Half of me was so proud. I was like, that's good. The other half was, I'm gonna take your class dojo point away that I just gave you.
Amazing.
But yeah, so I mean, Annette says this is her job, and she does well. Certainly, from what I can see, gets lots of gifts. I don't know how it works, because that's not what I'm on TikTok for. So I don't battle. I don't do anything like that. But it's the way sometimes she's quite aggressive with it. Is, if you want to talk to me, you must send me this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this unless you send me this. But then on the flip side, I've seen her going, I don't ever want gifts. I don't ask for gifts. We'll switch them off then. Exactly. If you're that adamant, you don't want gifts, just switch them off. I've seen the function on the app. I've seen it. It's there. Use it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So it's just, she's never clear cut. She does this, she does that, she says this, she says that. So you never quite know where you stand with her.
No, it's very true. And she keeps on telling people to go and unalive themselves.
Does she?
Yeah, she tells people to go and take a leap.
Oh, I've never seen her do that.
Yeah, a few people have come on here and said it, and I've seen it on her lives as well. She tells people to go and take a leap off a short pier and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really bad. It really is. She's not as nice as everyone is claiming she is. But again, I don't know what she's like off the app. I don't know if it is a thing for the app. Anova, if you think that I'm bullying, then you really, really need to go and give your head a wobble. This is not bullying. This is talking about who she is and what she does. If someone did a live about me talking about who I am and what I do, I'd be absolutely fine with it. Like, it is what it is. People have their opinions. People are going to say their opinions. It just, whatever. Corrie, I do have a Discord. I don't know if you're familiar with Discord.
I'm not, no.
Okay, well, I have a Discord server that is basically a big support network of just like loads of people going through lots of different things. I can send you the link if you're interested to join. But basically you just type away whatever you want to say. If you want to laugh, chat, rant, cry, whatever you want to do, you can just have loads of people supporting you.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So what I'll do is I've given you a follow. So I can send you the link. I think if you click on the link, it will take you to Discord and you can set up one if you want to. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but if you want to set up a Discord, you can do. And then you can join us. And yeah, it would be nice. But again, obviously, up to you. Discord isn't hard to use, but it can be confusing. But yeah, the offer is there.
You don't know me. I said I was on a degree. I didn't say I was any good at it, though. This is someone who can't figure out how to switch on the TV in the morning.
I'm sure you're doing great. I am going to get one more person up. Have you spoken all about Annette? Yeah,
no. I've absolutely had my say. I'm going to step down. But what I do want to say, I want to say thank you to you for giving me the opportunity. I also want to say thank you, all those in the comments. I've been looking at the comments. Thank you for those that have made intelligent, educated opinions, and to the people, the very vast sort of minority that have been sort of saying that I'm a bully and I'm this and I'm that. You're entitled to your opinion, and thank you for your opinion. It's not something I share with you, but I don't have to. That's the beauty of free speech. As long as you're not deliberately trying to hurt somebody, you can have that opinion and you can share it in this country. And that's the beauty of it. People don't have to agree with you. That's why we have something called debates.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you. So I'm going to lurk in your life. I'm going to go and get ready to go out myself. So I'm going to lurk in your live and listen.
Absolutely. You lurk away.
Thanks.
All right. Have a lovely rest of your weekend.
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye. Let me just check my WhatsApp. Hang on. Mother is not here yet, so... I'm 48 and started to stutter recently, menopause related. I'm not that, and that is absolutely fine, Smile. And I'm really sorry that you've developed a stutter. But what gets me is that she did a live last night. She stuttered uncontrollably, and then it was a later part of her live, and it completely went away. Nothing had happened, and then someone mentioned the stutter in the comments and she started stuttering again. It's just a little bit unbelievable. but I am willing to keep on talking. And sure, I posted it in Discord, but can't find it. What can't you find, Kelly? Have we got receipts? Have we got receipts for what, Sky? I still don't think she stole the money. I still don't think she stole £5,000. Her stuttering. No, we don't. We don't. No, she didn't steal the money. My dad, rest in peace, only stuttered on the phone. Oh, really? And the voice she puts on for people to feel sorry for her is terrible. It's the same voice I put on when I call my boss to say I'm not coming in. No, she's not trans. She has polycystic ovary syndrome. This is kind of mean, no? I mean, that's your opinion. What you think is mean, I might not think is mean, etc. And other people might not think is mean. Someone said, "You're so obsessed." Okay. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know you had a bearded dragon. Magpie, go in Miss Red's box. I don't think Miss Red will let me in the box. Everyone is discussing it, even Miss Red. Yeah, I'm sure she is. But I don't know if I have anything really to say in Miss Red's box, to be honest. Other than the fact that I don't think that she has a stutter. No, I don't think she did steal £5,000. I think it was a ploy to get back onto TikTok. No harm to her. She's very nasty and ridiculous. What she's doing, no harm to her. Don't understand what you're saying, cool lady. So actually, anxiety only causes people to stutter if you have a stutter. I did some research into it. But the stutter was definitely put on. It's a hard thing to fake. It is a hard thing to fake. Oh yeah, she is nasty towards people. TikTok is turning me into a psychologist. These lives are just unnecessary. Well then go away, Carla. It's not a he. She has polycystic ovary syndrome, which causes testosterone to be the more dominant hormone. I am being respectful towards Annette. I am. Incorrect. I have no stutter, but when my anxiety takes over, I do stutter, which means that you would have a stutter. You would be diagnosed with a stutter, and it only presents itself when you have anxiety.
Oh,
Hello, love.
I am scared as hell because I have a stutter.
Yeah.
So I am, honestly, this is hard. And the thing is I have an issue with excuse me.
Donna, darling, do you want me to turn the comments off so that you're less distracted?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mods, can you turn the comments off, please? Just so she's less distracted because, and Donna, also as well, if the views, because there's a lot of people in here, just put your hand over the top so you can't see the views and just focus on speaking to me.
Okay.
All right, darling, just focus on speaking to me. Don't worry, nobody else is here. It's just me, you and MT.
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I am angry because of Luna, because how can she come on here and fake a daughter? It is honestly hard as hell. I have had a daughter
Yeah.
ever since I was a small kid,
Yeah.
and she watched her over and over.
Okay.
She hasn't at all, so I am fuming with her. How can she come on here and make everything?
You're doing amazing, Donna, by the way. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
You're doing amazing. Just breathe. Just breathe. You're doing amazing.
Thank you. I am just fucking fuming. How can she do that?
You've said that you've watched her, so Luna is somebody that you watched and you've never seen this before.
No, I haven't ever seen her stutter at all. Not ever.
Okay.
So of course I am fucking fuming. This isn't okay at all. So oh my god, she just really makes me angry because of how she behaves on the app. I can't. But with her too, I really can't.
Yeah. I hear you, darling. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've covered it this morning, and I just want to apologise if what I've shown has upset you in any way. It's just that.
No, honey.
Yeah, it's just monkey, and she's a big character on TikTok. And all I'm going to say is, if it isn't real, if it isn't real, she needs to really think about the impact it's having on people like yourself.
Yeah.
Had it since a child, struggle daily, and and other creators that maybe play on situations like tics and stutters and things like that. It really has an impact on genuine people that do have these concerns. Yeah, exactly. And probably work very hard with your speech therapy and everything else.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've done amazing in here, really, because there's a lot of people in here, and you're very upset. And I know that when people with a stutter are upset, it's a lot harder to get out what they want to say. So I just want to say you've done amazing, and we're going to turn the chat back on and watch all the love that you have. You're going to get so much love.
Oh, this was hard to even come up here because, oh wow. Thank you.
There you go. Look at all the love you've got. We hear you, darling. I know exactly.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, I was so scared coming up here. I was. Thank you, guys.
No, you've done amazing, and look at all the love you've got. So people are listening, people hear what you're saying, so you have been helped.
And I would like to explain to anyone here who has a stutter, I am here if you need me at all. I am here, okay? Thank you, everyone.
Well, I think you've done
Thank you,
amazing.
Miss
I'm so
Red.
happy. I wish it was under better circumstances, but I'm so happy that you've come in. Everybody in the comments thinks you're amazing. You've got so much love. I'll give you a follow back. And
Thank you, love.
thank you so much, Donna. And don't be upset because you're amazing.
Oh, you all here are awesome. I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, darling. I'll send you a message once I've come off.
I don't know how to come out of here.
Have a lovely Sunday, darling.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.